If you've ever grown peonies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You see those big, beautiful, round buds, they're just about to explode with color. And they are absolutely covered in ants. Seriously, it can look like a full-on six-legged invasion. So, what's really going on here?
I bet you've heard this one before. It's that charming little piece of garden lore, the kind of thing that gets passed down from your grandparents, right? The story goes that without these tiny little helpers marching all over the bud, that beautiful flower would just stay locked up tight forever.
It's a really sweet idea, isn't it? A perfect little partnership, like something out of a fairy tale. But is there any actual science behind this whole tickle theory?
All right, so let's dive in. We're going to put this beloved garden myth under the microscope and really separate the fact from the folklore. Let's get to the bottom of this.
So, the big question. Do peonies really need ants to bloom? The answer, in a single word, is a simple, straightforward no. They absolutely do not.
So let's just break this down. Myth versus reality. The old story, the myth, is that the ants are physically doing something, tickling or prying the flower open. But the reality? That's just pure plant biology. A peony opens all on its own because of its internal programming. We're talking plant hormones, water pressure in its cells, and energy from the sun. The ants? They're just spectators for this amazing show.
And of course, that leads us to the next logical question. If the ants aren't there to open the flower, why are there so many of them? I mean, they're clearly not there by accident. They must be getting something out of the deal.
And you bet they are. This isn't a fairy tale at all, it's actually a fascinating biological transaction. It's a sweet deal, literally, that benefits both the plant and the insect. So what's the currency? This whole relationship between peonies and ants is a textbook example of something called biological mutualism. Now that's just a fancy term for a partnership where two totally different species have figured out a way to help each other out. The key thing here is that everybody wins.
So how does the peony initiate this partnership? With these things, extrafloral nectaries. See, most flowers hide their nectar deep inside to attract pollinators like bees, but peonies do something genius. Before the flower even opens, the outside of the bud, the green part, starts oozing this sweet, sticky sap. It's basically an all-you-can-eat, open-air snack bar.
And let's be really clear about what this is. This sugary sap is not an accident. It's a calculated payment. It is a high-energy bribe that the plant puts out to attract a very specific kind of customer: ants.
So why bribe ants of all things? Well, because the peony is essentially hiring. It's offering up free food in exchange for a really important service: protection. It's trading sugar for security.
The exchange is it's simple and it's elegant. The peony provides a non-stop sugar buffet. In return, the ants provide round-the-clock security services. And the result? The peony's vulnerable bud is kept safe from things that want to eat it, and the ant colony gets a super reliable, high-energy food source. It's a perfect win-win.
Yeah, you can think of the ants as tiny territorial security guards. Their job is to patrol what they see as their sugar farm. And if any other insect, say a thrip or a beetle that wants to chew on the bud, comes along, the ants will aggressively defend their food source and drive that pest away. So see, they're not opening the flower, they're making sure it survives long enough to open itself.
Okay, so this is all fantastic for the garden ecosystem. But what about when you want to bring those incredible blooms inside? Let's be honest, nobody wants ants crawling across the dinner table. So, let's get practical. How do you get your flowers from the garden to the vase completely ant-free?
All right, the best way to do it is to harvest early. We're talking about what gardeners call the Marshmallow Stage. You just wait until the bud is showing a little bit of color and feels soft when you squeeze it, just like a marshmallow. Once it's there, go ahead and cut the stem. Then, all you do is turn the flower upside down and give it a firm but gentle shake. You'll see most of the ants just fall right off. Then, for any that are still hanging on, just take a soft cloth and gently wipe off that sticky sap. No sap, no reason for them to stick around.
Now what if your flowers are already open? No problem. There's another super simple trick, the dunk method. Just grab a bucket, fill it with cool water, and dunk the whole flower head right in, upside down. Swish it around gently for about 10 or 15 seconds. This just encourages the ants to let go and they'll float away. Then you just lift the flower out and give it a little shake to get the extra water off. Easy.
And this part is absolutely crucial. Please, whatever you do not add soap or vinegar or any kind of spray to the water. You don't need it. Plain, cool water does the trick perfectly. Anything else can seriously damage those beautiful, delicate petals.
So the next time you're in the garden and you see a peony bud just swarming with ants, you can see it in a whole new light. You're not looking at a pest problem, you're looking at a beautiful, efficient business transaction happening right in front of your eyes.
And that's really the perfect way to think about it. The ants aren't there to tickle anything open. They're the hired muscle. They are nature's very own organic pest control service, and their payment is sugar.
You know, it just goes to show you there's this whole hidden world of secret deals and amazing alliances happening right under our noses all the time. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible partnerships are playing out in your own backyard?